Welcome back. Well, today, as I mentioned, we have Jeff Parker and Siobhan Foster here. And we've got a transition happening, today and going forward. So welcome to both of you. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Great to be here.
And, we've got a little celebration. So we've got some champagne, we've got balloons, and we've got cards because, this is going to be Jeff's last appearance. And I wanted to invite both of you on because, number one, I'd like to reflect because, you've been doing this for a while now. And when we first had you on, it's a little nerve-wracking, as I think you have found out, Siobhan. We throw you in to the lights and the cameras and we ask you questions. And obviously, our folks who watch really want to know about what's happening here in the village. And I think we've done a really good job. Especially, you've come up with so much great information. And we were put in a position where we were the only local information for the folks that live here. And I think that, we attribute that to all of the coordination that you guys did, as well as you to the Orange County Health Department. We didn't know really what was happening. And so when we decided to have you on 3 days a week, it worked out really well. So I kind of wanted to go back to that and just ask you a little bit about some of the challenges that you had in trying to relay the information to the folks and some of the great things that happened.
Well, first of all, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. Going back, 2 years ago, basically, in February, we started seeing a little bit of this COVID talk out there. And then really at the February, ramped it up, and then all of a sudden we were in March. And boom, we just saw the numbers escalate tremendously in Orange County and the state of California. So we made the decision to shut things down, to move forward with protecting our residents as much as possible. And I think that was the first big move that we made. And then how do we get that word out?
Right.
How to, using our media opportunities, we have obviously the newsprint and the newspaper, the register and everything. But using TV6 was really the focal point in saying, hey, let's get on the TV and talk about it a lot. And what does this mean? What's going to go in the future? What we thought was going to go in the future was this something that was going to be handled in a few months and we'd be over it, right? And we're still talking about it today.
Right.
But I think that was the big changing point for us. And then obviously we stepped into the next big line was we wanted to get out in front, and we were able to do that with the help of Saddleback Memorial and Eileen Paulin leading the charge with regards to getting a vaccine clinic here at Clubhouse 7 and being able to vaccinate as many people as we did. Saturdays in the rain, all kinds of atmosphere. But the reality is we were able to do that as the first community that did that.
Exactly.
Besides the
I think in the country, right?
Besides the county doing it.
Yeah.
And we knew they were trying to open up their operations. But we were really this first organization, first city to be able to do that. And in the case of our situation, the first village to do it. So to protect our employees and protect our residents and be able to do that, a phenomenal effort.
Exactly, and one thing that we've heard so much from the folks who watch our program, and really those residents in general, we're very pleased that we were able to pull off something like that. Now, Siobhan, I know you really haven't had as much presence here on TV, but you've been behind the scenes. So you've been here for, about 4 years now, so you kind of saw how everything transpired. What were some of the things that you took away from that?
I was impressed about how quickly under Jeff's leadership, we were able to mobilize to protect our community. It wasn't always probably well received, but it was for the best, highest purpose.
Right. So, and I know that you've talked here last week when we had you on about, excellence and how people kind of came, they come together. And it's really a tribute to exactly what you said about how everyone just came together, made things happen. There was no, fuss about it. It's just get it done.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now looking forward, what are you going to do? I mean, I know you have plans to travel a little bit here and there, but am I going to see you on TV again somewhere else?
Probably not. Let's hope not.
Oh, come on. You did a good job.
Especially
you got used to it.
Don't want it to be a snapshot at least.
Well, you got used to it. You did such a great job. And so in terms of retirement, what does that mean to you?
Well, a couple things. I'm going to relax for a little bit of time. I'm real fortunate that my fiance is retiring at the same time, so that makes it real special for us to kind of, what our plans for the future are.
Yeah.
We're both going to work part-time in her career, and then I'm going to do some part-time work, but not a lot. I'm going to golf a lot more. I'm going to try to get my golf game back to where it was 20 years ago when I wasn't quite as ambitious in the sense of the career, I guess, in that sense. And then travel. We've talked about it before. I have a big trip planned to go to Europe in June, so looking forward to that.
Well, I love it. Well, here's to the best years of your life.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
And Siobhan, you're obviously stepping into a situation that, it's not uncommon to you, but nonetheless, it's a new venture. What are some things that you are looking forward to?
I think as I take leadership, I want to focus on the basics again. We're coming out of, hopefully coming out of COVID, or COVID's here to stay one way or the other, but we need to focus on the basics again. I'm going to use the guiding force, a commitment to excellence and a dedication to service. We are going to focus our staff on providing the best possible services to our residents with an emphasis on customer care. I think we may have lost some of that during the pandemic and so forth, and I really want to bring back that warmth, that customer relations feel that we need in our community.
Yeah, because we have been shut down again. Resident services has been closed to in-person. And I do know that many of our residents enjoyed coming in, chit-chatting with people, and they do like to do that, which is great. And they've lost that, like you said. Of course you can chit-chat on the phone, but it's not the same as an in-person experience. So we look forward to getting that back. So in closing, we want to wish you well. So we actually have some champagne here for us to toast the incoming and the outgoing. So cheers to you.
Well,
thank you so much. It's been a joy.
Cheers.
And we welcome you, Siobhan, on our show as many
Absolutely.
times as you would like to come on.
Thank you, Lisa.
Cheers. And we also wanted to let you know that if you had any questions regarding, obviously, the transition, or if you wanted to get in touch with Siobhan, there's a phone number on your screen, an email address on your screen in which you can send an email to, or any questions of well wishes or whatever you would like to ask. That's generalmanager@vmsinc.org. We'll be right back.